That is the way to do it. It's weather time now, and is it going to be, well, dry for bonfire night? We actually did fireworks on Saturday when it was dry as well, so that's good.
Probably, a lot of people do, although there's an awful lot of noise out there at the moment, so I think it is pretty busy on the fireworks front, and probably with good reason, because the weather actually is holding up nicely. It has been so dull recently, but if you are having plans for, I don't know, the next hour or so, not shaping up too badly at all, and with absolutely no expense there. Look at that, we've even got some exploding fireworks on the graphics for you. But yes, conditions are pretty much perfect actually. Cloudy, yes, but dry, as Andrea mentioned. And temperature-wise, for the time of year, remaining generally mild. I've got childhood memories of bonfire nights with being told to wear extra socks. It was that cold, but at the moment it doesn't feel particularly chilly out there. Now, then I mentioned earlier, it's been just very dull and grey, hasn't it? And the weather that we've had over the last few days is very much the weather we are going to keep having over the next few days, with a huge area of high pressure parked across much of the Mediterranean. It's a blocking high, so it's sending everything back out into the Atlantic and towards the north of the UK. We could see a little spot of drizzle working its way in for the weekend, but you're not going to notice too much of that. Here we go then in a little more detail. Actually getting to the point now where there isn't really any weather to speak of. The weather you've had, the weather you've got, and the weather you're going to keep having for the next few days.
I know.
Dull. Just dull.
But mild. I know, my daughter didn't even want to keep her coats on when we were out.
Bless her. Bless her.
It's that warm for this time of the year, isn't it? Thank you.
Well, as I've been saying, pretty decent conditions out there at the moment, but of course with any bonfires, the cloud that's persisted recently has absolutely nowhere to go, so the smoke will gather and it's going to feel very grey and gloomy indeed. A little bit of a breeze, and it's still this mild airflow, so temperatures in many areas barely dropping from daytime values, lows of around 11 or 12 degrees, which is not bad news if you are heading out and about tonight. So as we wake then to tomorrow morning, pretty much, you guessed it, a case of more of the same, grey and gloomy, and a little bit on the breezy side, but not much of a breeze. We could see a little bit of break up in that cloud though as the day progresses, which is good news. A rare spot of sunshine for some, but you'll have to be very quick to catch it. Temperatures are still holding up though. We're looking at values of around 15 or 16 degrees, and that's despite those cloudy conditions, so actually nothing at all to worry about here. But more of the same then through Wednesday night, low cloud, misty, foggy conditions, and Thursday, yes, you guessed it, more of the same again, dry, a little bit of a breeze picking up down across the southwest, but it's still this mild air, so very little in terms of change in temperature either, 12s, 13s, maybe 14 in Celsius. Grey, gloomy, cloudy through Thursday night and into Friday then. And then as we head into the coming weekend, well, there is a slight change, not that you'll notice it. There's a frontal system that will work its way across the UK, and that could well bring a few spots of patchy rain and drizzle, but so patchy, so light, for many of us, I don't think you're even going to notice, and you can see remaining mild throughout. Hello there, very good afternoon to you. All very grey and gloomy out there this afternoon. Absolutely no change in the forecast. Certainly the weather we've had recently is very much the weather we're getting out there. Maybe the odd sliver of blue sky, but you'll have to be rather quick to catch it. Highs today of around 12 degrees. Through this evening, remaining calm and quiet. Good news if you're making plans for bonfire night. Lots of low cloud, though, misty, murky conditions, with any bonfire smoke becoming rather trapped underneath that cloud. But it stops temperatures from dropping much below 9 or 10 degrees, so it shouldn't be too cold for you, but it does set us up for another very grey and gloomy day tomorrow. I'll see you later.